Darjeeling receives more than 3 times the average annual rainfall. Would you believe me if I say that we receive 10% of our average annual rainfall just in a matter of a few hours? More than 30 lives have been lost. Many people have still been reported as missing. Crores of property that's been washed away. People's cars, farmlands, just taken down by the deluge that happened overnight on the 4th of October. Here where I stand, in TD Forest itself, we lost a huge chunk of a forest land on that night. Very difficult to get used to that kind of a loss that happens to you. The Landslide Atlas of India, published by ISLO, lists Darjeeling as one of the top landslide-prone areas in India. But is it a natural disaster or is it man-made? Let's try and unpack that in this video. So let's look at 5 factors that has caused this devastation. Number one would be the larger climate crisis that's going to affect all of us irregardless of where we are. Number two would be a concretization of our towns, cities, and even now villages that is not allowing water to seep in its natural way. Number three would be waste mismanagement, and that is one of the major cause of landslide across the hills, regardless of the rainfall that is. Number four would be your water mismanagement, where we need to treat each kind of water separately, be it your rainwater, your storm water, grey water, or your black water. And the last one, number five, would be the building codes. We need to have specific building codes for the eco-sensitive Himalayan region, that is. Because we are zone 4 for cyclones, we are zone 4 for earthquakes, so we are right up there in the danger zone for every kind of disaster that is there. But would you believe me if I tell you that only 8 cities out of the 13 Himalayan states in India have produced a master plan as per the Amrut scheme of India? We need to build our resilience towards this kind of extreme climate calamities. We've lived through a few at TD in the last few years, and I believe if you are able to take these factors into account, you would probably be able to mitigate this crisis in the future. So let's look at the number one factor, which is design for disasters. If you are able to design for the worst case scenario, you would be able to overcome the challenges that come with some of the extreme climate events. Number two would be we need to treat water with respect. We need to ensure that it's channelized in the right channels, and we need to treat waste with equally greater amount of respect, where each kind of waste needs to be treated separately, and we need to ensure that there is no waste that goes to landfills or even to our rivers and the hills. Number four would be if we could imbibe more of natural solutions when we build, and if we could use solutions like vetiver. Vetiver is a plant whose roots go down more than 40 feet. When you plant it in landslide prone areas, it's proven to hold places together. Again, less of use of concrete, more of natural solutions. And I think one of the biggest factors that we need to look at in places like hill stations is when tourism goes unchecked, tourism becomes irresponsible. That's when this kind of problems get aggravated. We need to practice more responsible tourism and regenerative tourism. And as individuals and as communities, it's about time that we step out and we stand up for the hills and say we have to be the change that we wish to see around us. Each little action matters, just like every drop makes the ocean.